Law enforcement officials investigating the Boston Marathon bombings have turned their focus to the widow of one of the suspects. Radical Islamic material was discovered on a computer belonging to the American wife of Tamerlan Tsarnaev, who was killed when police tried to capture him. RT's Lucy Kafanov has more now.
Catherine Russell, she's a 24-year-old widow of Tamerlan Tsarnaev, and she's been under investigation basically since the identities of the Boston bombers were revealed. She initially came under scrutiny when authorities discovered female DNA on a piece of a pressure cooker that was used to construct a homemade explosive material. She submitted her fingerprints and DNA, and authorities say that it did not match the sample on the explosives that were found. However, investigators have also been probing her computer materials, and what it turns out now is that authorities have discovered Al-Qaeda's Inspire magazine and other so-called radical Islamic literature on the computer. Now, the key question is whether this material actually belonged to her or whether it was downloaded by her husband or somebody else. So that is the key question that investigators are looking into at the moment. If we actually begin with Catherine Russell, I mean, she grew up in Rhode Island, the Christian daughter of an emergency room doctor and a nurse, sort of the epitome of the all-American girl before she met Tsarnaev. In fact, she graduated high school in 2007, and according to one magazine report, her yearbook quote had mentioned that she wanted to grow up and join the Peace Corps. People who knew her said that this bright-eyed girl with a passion for learning and travel had really radically transformed since meeting Tsarnaev. She ended up becoming a college dropout. She married him, converted to Islam, and stayed at home and took care of the children. The same could be said for Tsarnaev himself. Actually, there was an interesting interview with an ex-girlfriend of his who said that the man she met and dated in 2006 had transformed from a pot-smoking party boy to an anti-American Islamist jihadi, essentially. That is how she described him. It's unclear what prompted the transformation in Tsarnaev's case, but we do know that much of his radicalization, officials believe, was inspired by Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. There's reports that he has watched sermons by the American-born cleric Anwar al-Awlaki, and according to news reports, sources have actually referred to Inspire magazine as one of the materials found under the possession of Tsarnaev. It's known to have published a bomb-making guide, and investigators have also uncovered other evidence of sort of radical material